Hey guys, welcome to your workout for Friday the 10th of April. And today we have an 18-minute AMRAP, as many rounds or reps as possible in 18 minutes. And today's strict toaster bar, 10 strict toaster bar. Definitely keep watching the video after the brief to see some movement demos on how we're going to do those toaster bar today. So 10 strict toaster bar, 20 alternating odd object ground to overhead. So basically snatching or clean and jerk ground to overhead, 20 reps. And then high knee boxing skips. We did these last week, 60 reps of those high knee boxing skips. We've got them back in this week for you. Scale to hanging knee raises. We'll go through that in more detail. That's all revolving around the toaster bar, potentially substituting with straight leg raises on the floor. So again, keep watching. We'll go through that. After party, 10-minute EMOM. So every minute on the minute. And this is all revolving around the handstand push-ups. So we want 5 strict handstand push-ups. Now there's obviously a few different ways we can attack this. Everyone's at different levels with handstand push-ups. So we want to make it so the 5 reps are a challenge, but achievable. If you find 5 reps ground to lock out easy, create a deficit. Put some books, stack some weights if you've got weights at home, whatever you need to do to create a little bit of a deficit to make those 5 handstand push-ups harder. If you need to make them easier, using pillows or a folded towel, fold-up towels, to basically mimic the ab mats that you might normally use at the gym. Cool? So whatever you need to do there. Handstand push-ups, if you don't have them, so if you're not kicking up to the wall, if you're not doing handstand push-ups yet, you could do 7 floor pike handstand push-ups instead, and obviously really focus on getting upside down and nailing that pike push-up position. Also in the briefing, in the demo videos, we'll go through that in a lot more detail. So keep watching on some hints and tips on making those handstand push-ups better and better. For the warm-up, 6 minutes in total. We've got 3 rounds of the following: 30 seconds alternating Samson stretch, 30 seconds odd object deadlifts, 30 seconds alternating Cossack squats, and then 30 seconds single skips. 3 times 3. All right, 3 rounds for quality. Simple stuff today. We're just stepping back into our Samson stretch, alternating left to right for 30 seconds. Big step back, knee to the floor, stretch out over to the side to get into those hips. 30 seconds alternating legs. Into our odd object deadlifts, basically whatever you're going to use for the workout for your ground to overhead. Nice and simple. If I'm using a kettlebell, setting up in that deadlift position, stand, back down. Really squeeze those glutes, get that glute activation going, keep your core switched on as you're working through your 30 seconds. Then we've got our alternating Cossack squats, feet nice and wide, again hinging over to one side, big stretch, just getting down as low as you can. As always with this one, just stretch it out, do your best, keeping that foot flat on the side that you're going over. And then finally, 30 seconds of your single skips, just using the skips as a warm-up tool today. So have some fun with it. If you don't have your rope, just do some star jumps, something like that. Running on the spot for 30 seconds. All right guys, so toaster bar today for the workout. Now this is obviously going to be a little bit of a challenge depending on what equipment space you've got lying around at home, okay? What we can do is some towel toaster bar. First of all, if you don't have a rig at home, you don't have a pull-up bar, so you're going to grab hold of that towel. Now I'll try and do my best in this space. Obviously this bar in front of me is a little bit in the way. From there, I'm going to pull up, get my toes to my hands, and slowly back down. All right? Well, not slowly, but try and control back down as best you can. So you're going to work through those 10 of those. It's going to be a bit slower than normal toaster bar with no kipping. That's all good. Now from there, a knee raise. As always, really good scaling option and a lot easier. I can bring those knees up into my chest. Nice big squeeze. Control back down. That's going to be a really good option for a lot of you today if you've got something that you can hold on to. Now from there, keeping it really simple, if you don't have the option to do that, lay flat on your back, hands under those hips, so you've got something to really push down on, and we'll substitute with our straight leg heel tap and raises. Now if you feel your lower back doing these, you need to bend your knees to take the pressure off. Heel tap and up. Heel tap and up. Just go slow. Really focus on that core strength for those 10 reps. Cool? Now on our other 2 movements, we've got our ground to overhead. So that could be a snatch, straight up, down, alternating. If your object's a bit heavier, and you need to clean and then press, absolutely fine. Alternating, clean, press. As long as your object goes from the floor to over your head, we're happy. And then finally, we've got our high knees boxing skips. Did these last week as well. Elbows tucked in nice and tight, and we're looking for our high knees for 60 reps. Cool? Okay guys, so fun little finisher revolving around our handstand push-ups. So spending some dedicated time on these today in an EMOM format. So pick the appropriate option, rep scheme, have some fun with it, whatever you got to do. We want to get you strong upside down. What we've prescribed is 5 reps. So kicking up to your handstand, feet squeezing together, head to the floor, lock it back out. If you don't have the strength to go all the way to the floor yet, fold up some towels, stack them up, whatever you need to do to give yourself a measurable target for your handstand push-ups. From there, scaling to a pike, so on your tippy toes, in our pike position, really try and work on shifting your weight forward and get up on those tippy toes to mimic that handstand push-up. The more weight you can shift forward and get up high, the stronger you're going to get through those shoulders. So mimic that handstand push-up as best you can. You could even put your feet up on a box or a step, whatever you've got lying around at home, to elevate the feet and try and get into that handstand. Again, if you need towels, pillows, whatever you need for that range of motion, please do that on that one as well, okay? If you're doing the floor version, we've said 7. Get a bit more volume out. So 5 on the wall or 7 on the floor. But the most important thing is you're getting some good quality practice in every minute on the minute for 10 minutes.